Hello, and welcome to day 16 of 100 Days of Tonalism. This is your resident painter, M. Francis McCarthy, and today's study is of a painting by J. Francis Murphy. I believe the name of the painting is Homested. I may have alternatively called it Landscape somewhere, so hopefully there'll be no confusion there. J. Francis Murphy is probably my second favorite painter after George Inness. I really love his work. I can't say I've ever had the good fortune of seeing one of his pieces in real life, but I find his painting super awesome, and actually in a lot of ways I'm far more akin to J. Francis Murphy than I am to George Inness, although one of the reasons for that, I feel, is we both are equally influenced by George Inness, but George Inness's style is so idiosyncratic and unique that you'd almost have to slavishly copy one of his paintings or make studies like I have to paint like him. Most people just don't come from the place he was coming from, and you wouldn't organically arrive at the types of compositions that George Inness regularly used, unless you were George Inness. This isn't quite the same case with J. Francis Murphy, though. His compositions are less bizarre, and in some places, they're just pretty much based on standard type of countryside compositions. Like you'd see anywhere. So I think he used outside reference a bit more than George Inness. I've read that he was a student of Whistler, which Whistler is not getting any coverage in this project, but he was a very, very influential painter on tonalism. I'm going to read a little bit of biographical information from J. Francis Murphy. This is from the site Artsy, and I'll put a link there. There's also some really cool paintings on this page, and Artsy is pretty cool. You can follow J. Francis Murphy, and some of these paintings are really neat because you can zoom in and really get a sense for his texture. Here's the bio that's on that site. Although J. Francis Murphy is often thought of as a conventional painter of poetic, tonalist landscapes, he was, in reality, a radical innovator who moved from his early exquisitely painted scenes of rural New Jersey to spare and iconic Catskill landscapes after 1900. Murphy's late style emerged from his near-obsessive manipulation of the grounds of his canvases, which he constantly reworked, adding layers of pigment, scraping them down, even leaving them out in the elements to get the surface textures and tones he sought. Only then did he begin the arrangement of his iconic imagery, tree forms, stone walls, wood piles, fall shorn pastures, and the like. A purely synthetic process dictated by formal considerations. Murphy developed a range of very personal symbols that style keyed to the essences of memory rather than recording a particular place. He was mentored by James Abbott McNeill Whistler. That's a pretty good overview, and you can see that texture plays a huge part in J. Francis's work, and I look forward to going back to Artsy hopefully later on tonight and zooming in on some of those. I could say lately textures. I've flirted with creating different textures in my own work, and recently I've settled on applying a mild texture to every board that I paint on. I don't particularly care for painting on canvas, at least at the sizes I work at, and one of the reasons is I'm deathly afraid of cracking in my paint surface, something I've seen evidenced in some of the online reproductions of paintings of J. Francis Murphy, but it's common, you see it in a lot of different works. I can see we're getting to the end. If you'd like to see more of my work or to follow the blog regularly, go to my site landscapepainter.co.nz or nz. Have a great day and stay out of trouble.